I don't know if any of you read the book on the left. Any of you read Matthew Syed's book, Black Box Thinking? Okay, great. Really, really good book. Really good book. Talking about how you can see industries like the airline industry and how they use failure to drive greater success versus other sectors that don't use failure, that don't learn from failure and continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. I think it is important, okay? I think it's really important to push yourself to the point of failure so that you don't make the mistake that I did in Helmand Province. But it's also important to fail, in my view, at the right time. I don't want anybody out there enjoying this sort of sense. It's almost like failure now is being fetishised. And you see lots of this sort of stuff where, you know, I've out there and I failed and I went bankrupt 4 times before I finally built my successful company. I don't want to work with you. Okay? I have no idea, I have no interest in working with people like you. Okay? I want you to fail or to come to the point of failure, but I want you to do it in a planning room before you actually launch your plans. Because then you're doing it in a safe space where you've got the time to fail, you've got the opportunity to learn from it, all right, without making your mistakes. Or without, worse, lots of businesses, we don't quite know what's going on, it's all a bit uncertain, so let's run 4 separate options and see which one survives. Happens all the time. Product launches, things like that. Let's trial this, let's do it as a trial, let's do it as a pilot. And you're basically wasting money, time, effort and resources that you could have saved if you just pressure tested the plan in advance, because that lets you understand which one is going to be the most successful. If you bring it back to a military example to give you an idea of how silly this concept is, that we're all smiling at because we all do it, and it happens in business all the time, run multiple options. Imagine me now going back to my previous career as a Royal Marine, saying to a bunch of guys, we don't quite know what's going on out there, fellas, so we're going to launch 4 patrols, 3 of you are going to die, the one that survives, that's the way we'll go. It's completely unthinkable. You just wouldn't do it, and yet I don't know why we then do it in business.